In 2010, I invented a product, a kind of safety device for a motorcycle. And it was a eureka moment, you know. I mean, you think, you know, everything's going to be great from this. I made a prototype of this and put it on my motorbike and went out and tried it. It was absolutely fantastic. So I thought, well, now it's my moral obligation to try and take this to market because it could save people's lives. You know, so I thought, what I'll do is I'll take some photographs of it, which I did, and I took them down to Business Gateway in Kilmarnock. They looked at it and they said, this is fantastic. What we'll do, we'll help you get a business going, we'll get you a business advisor, you'll have to go on courses to learn about business, you'll have to go on courses to try and qualify for grants, you'll have to obviously to finance it, you'll have to get investors, you'll have to get shareholders, you will have to get a patent, you will have to set up a limited company, and it was like a mountain that was in front of me. Now, prior to that, all I've been is I've been a photographer and a musician. So I've not had a hard time, I've had a really easy life up until this point. But like I say, I did have a moral obligation to proceed with this. So what I did, I sank myself into it and I thought, right, I'll just get all this done. Now if I fast forward 3 years later to 2013, my God, I was so stressed, it was unbelievable. I couldn't think straight. I'd wake up in the morning, I didn't want to get out of bed. When I came downstairs, I'd be kicking anything that was in my way. My mind was like, my mind was absolutely terrible. And it was all the things like business meetings that I'd had, maybe the week before or a month before or the day before. And I'd been worrying about them and what I'd said and what I'd done, or emails that I'd sent. But there was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't change anything. That was all in the past. And I was worrying about what was going to happen in the future. Like, for instance, up and coming business meetings at houses. You know, why am I worrying about that? I can't influence that. You know, I've got no say in that whatsoever. And the business meetings that were coming up, I've been thinking things like, what happens if I go in and I say this, and then he says that? Should I say this? And I was making all these massive problems for myself, and I made myself really, really ill. And like I say, I was just, anything that got in my way, I just kicked it. You know what I mean? I was absolutely hell. My wife, I'm amazed that she put up with me because I was an absolute nightmare to live with. And things just seemed to be getting worse and worse and worse, and I was getting... Now, if you look at me in 2010, I was a happy-go-lucky guy. I played guitar. You know, I had a good life. Everything was happy and smiling. 3 years later, I was in hell. I was in business hell. You know, that I couldn't deal with. And my wife had really, really got that bad. I like to say my wife, I'm amazed that she put up with me, but I started getting these pains in my head. Really bad pains in my head. And I thought that they were tension headaches, like all the muscles around your head, they kind of pull, if they tense, they'll pull on your scalp, and you'll get a headache that way. But I thought I better go and see the GP anyway. I was ill with everything. It didn't matter what it was, I was ill with it. So I went to see the GP, and the GP was really good. Immediately the GP said, right, okay, up to hospital, get some MRI scans. I didn't think it was as bad as that. I knew I was stressed, but I kind of played it down to the GP when I was talking to him. So anyway, I went along to hospital and I had these MRI scans. Then about 2 weeks later, I had to go back up to hospital to get the results of these scans. And I remember I went into the room and he put this picture of my brain, it was tiny, put the picture of my brain on this screen, and on the image there were 3 little white kind of circles that were maybe about 1 centimetre big. And he said, this is parts of your brain that's dying. And this has been caused by extreme stress that you've not been dealing with. But I didn't know that I had extreme stress, and I didn't know how to deal with it anyway. And I remember I had my blood pressure taken that day, and my blood pressure was 222 over 111. I don't know if you know anything about blood pressure, Now that is seriously high blood pressure. And my own father died when he was 48 years old from a heart attack. He'd had several heart attacks through his life, but the one that killed him when he was 40, there was one that killed him when he was 48. But 2 weeks before his heart attack, he'd had a brain hemorrhage. So I knew that I was fast tracking down that same road. I thought, that's where I'm going. You know, I'm so ill, I've got blood vessels popping in my head. What the doctor, the gynecologist, the neurologist said to me, he said it's called cerebral ischemia that I've got. I'm not sure if it's restricting of the blood vessels in my brain or if they burst in my brain and, you know, these 3 parts of my brain are dying. So anyway, they said, right, we'll put you on blood pressure medication, and they sent me home, basically. Now, blood pressure medication takes maybe a month to 3 months before it actually starts working. So I'm back home, back in the lion's den, having to deal with all these emails, having to deal with all these phone calls, having to deal with all that stuff from the past that's still in my head and still driving me insane. I couldn't sleep. I just could not sleep. I was so stressed. And all the stuff in the future, you know, I was trying to deal with that as well, and it really was too much for me. So I thought, right, okay, how do people deal with this? Because there are lots of people who have to deal with much more than I had in life. I mean, I just had a little tin pot business, and it was killing me. You know what I mean? This business, I was hoping I'd get rich from it. I never did. All it did, you know, it was killing me. So anyway, what I did, I went online and I thought, I've got to see how people deal with really stressful situations. And I Googled it. And every page that I Googled, the same thing just kept coming up. And it was meditation. And I thought, meditation, come on, meditation. That's for weirdos and hippies. I ride a motorbike, that's not for me. You know, so, but it just kept coming up. Meditation, meditation. Meditation. Pills, meditation. I thought, well, I'm not doing the pills, I'm not doing the happy pills, because you go on those and you're hooked, you know, that's you. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll look more at this meditation and see if there's anything in it at all. So what I did, I went and I Googled meditations, and all these different meditations were coming up. You okay? All these different meditations were coming up. There was transcendental meditation. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. Russell Brand does transcendental meditation. And there's mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness, there's a few different types, but there's one like where you think about your toe. You close your eyes and you think about your toe, and you feel the feeling in your toe, and then you feel the feeling going into your leg, and this is supposed to be a meditation. Right? And I thought, no, I'm not impressed with that. So I typed in meditation and science, because I needed something in science really that was going to make me think, yeah, well, that actually works. It's not a placebo, it actually works. And when I typed that in, I was amazed that Buddhist monks had MRI scans. In fact, what I'll do actually, if just bear with me a second, just move this over a little bit. Surprised I didn't fall down. Right, okay, I'm going to draw a brain for you. Now, I'm not an artist, I've got to say that. Okay, this is the bit that comes up to the brain, and there's the brain like that, it goes over like that, yeah? Does that look like a brain to you? No. Right, okay, on the brain you've got here, this bit here, which is called the prefrontal lobe, and you've got this bit here, which is the frontal lobe or the frontal cortex. Now, these parts of the brain are the positive thinking parts of the brain when you're clear thinking and doing anything like that. These are the parts that are working. But within, you okay?
If it doesn't work.
It will. I swear to God, it will work. Right? But in Buddhist monks, what they notice, can you see like this is just kind of like this type thing. It hasn't got much surface area. But in Buddhist monks, the brain scans have kind of folds in them like this. Lots of different folds. When it has lots of folds in it like that, all the way around here and all the way around there, it actually increased the surface area of the brain. So the brain, that part of the brain could work so much better, twice, even as up to 10 times better than it worked previously. So if you ever get a stressful moment or anything like that, this is going to deal with it. And the part of the brain here that deals with stress and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, you know, you're frightened of going into a meeting, that all shrank. So I thought, okay, then I'll look at this Buddhist meditation. I mean, that sounds like quite a good thing. So I looked at it, and it was like 20 minutes a day meditation, and all you do in the meditation is you just sit comfortably, feet flat on the floor, just sit upright, put your hands on your laps, and you breathe in through your nose, and you breathe out through your nose. And while you're doing that, you think about your breath. You feel your breath going in, and you feel your breath going out. And you do this for 20 minutes a day. And it said that you do this for 6 weeks. So I thought, well, look, I didn't tell you, there were times when I was riding my motorbike before I did this, when I was really ill, that sometimes an oncoming truck looked like an option. You know, and that is, when it gets like that, you know, you're in trouble, you know. And that's how bad it was for me. And the number one killer in males under 45 is suicide. You know, so if you've got any problems like that, you've really, really got to address them. You've really got to address them. But anyway, so I thought, right, I'm going to try this meditation. I've got nothing to lose. I don't want to go on pills. I don't want to take a stroke. I don't want to end up like my dad, you know, dying of a heart attack. I'm going to have to do something about this. So what I did, I sat down for 20 minutes a day, just 20 minutes a day, for 8 weeks. No, 6 weeks, sorry. I ended up doing 8 weeks, but for 6 weeks. See, how 6 weeks? I couldn't believe it. All that stuff that I've been thinking about in the past, all those emails, all those meetings, all those confrontations that I had that I couldn't change and I couldn't do anything about, they're all gone. All the things from the future, all the goods coming over on the ship, is it going to sink? You know, meetings that I had coming up, panicking about what I was going to say at meetings, it had all gone. Everything, all that had gone. And all that had left me was this little moment in time, right now, to think about. So I had no stress. All my stress, all my anxiety had gone. And I thought, well, this is absolutely fantastic. You know, this is the best thing. Thank you, meditation, I thought. You know, you've actually worked. It's not a placebo. It must have grown the new brain like it does in the Buddhist monks. So I did it for maybe another 2 weeks. Thought, right, that's me. I'm really strong now. I can give it up. And I gave it up because I thought, well, I don't want to be meditating all my life. And I gave it up. Honest to God, within about 4, maybe 6 weeks, oh my God, it's all back on me. All the stress, all the worries, all the arguing, all the anger, wanting to kick things, all that kind of stuff, shouting at my wife. It was all back, all the worries from the future, they were all back. I thought, oh no, that can't be right. Maybe I didn't do it long enough. I thought, I'm going to do it again. This time I'll do it just a little bit longer. I won't cut off quite, maybe my brain wasn't, you know, built enough. So I dived back into it, but this time I thought, well, I know it works because it's you know, I've been fantastic on it. I thought, you know, I know it works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do an hour at a time. So I sat down and I started meditating for just like this. Close my eyes, obviously. And I did that for an hour a day. And within about 4 weeks, I was Superman again. Nothing could touch me. Nobody could bother me. It didn't matter what was coming up in the future, what meetings I had, what obstacles were coming up. I didn't think about them. You know when I thought about them? You know when I thought about a meeting, it was when I was walking in that door going into the meeting. That's when, so I didn't have all that worry about thinking about him beforehand. I didn't have these problems from the past, all that stress from the past, you know. So yeah, so this time I thought, right, I'm going to stay with it. You know, just that little bit longer, you know. So I did this time, because I didn't want to be a meditator for all my life. Oh, by the way, this tattoo here says, breathe in, breathe out mindfully. That's, you know, I had to get that on my heart to remind me. And so this time I did it, I'd say maybe about 2.5 months I've done it for this time. And I thought, right, this has got to be out surely now. I know all the pitfalls, I know what all the triggers are, I know what not to think of, you know, because I was great again, I was feeling great again. And I thought, well, I know all these things, so what I'll do, I can kind of give it up now and I'll be alright. But I didn't give it up immediately. What I did was, every second day I started meditating. This is after 2.5 months. Every second day I'd start meditating, maybe every 4th day, once a week, once a fortnight, then oh my God, it was all back. All the stress, everything was back, and oh my God, this is hell. I thought, so long as I've got this business, I need to meditate. I need to find out why this is happening, you know? So what I did, I went online and found out why the brain shrinks again. And what the Harvard University had done, they'd done a study. They took a control group of students and they took a group of students who were going to meditate. And they brain scanned them before, then after the 6 weeks meditation, then 2 months after that period. And this group that meditated, they only meditated for 6 weeks and then were scanned 2 months after that. Now what happened, obviously the control group, the brains didn't change at all. But the group that meditated, after 6 weeks of meditation, their brains were like this. They were like body sponge brains. They were thinking clearly, they were listening to all the lessons, they were positive, they were not angry, they were just like beautiful people. And then, from 6 weeks when they gave up, 2 months later, and they looked at the brains again, it just gone back to this. Which just shows you, if you don't use it, you lose it. You know, and to keep this all this there, you need to train. It's like if you go to the gym and you're doing weight training, you know, at first there's nothing happens to you there, like first day, nothing, you know. After a few weeks, you see a little bit of muscle, after a while the muscle's getting better, and then you get to a point you go, right, I've got muscles, I don't have to go anymore. And when you stop going, the muscles shrink again. The same happens with the brain. When you stop meditating, when you stop doing this mindfulness meditation, mindfulness of the breath meditation, the brain just shrinks again. There's all these different types of meditation, but they're just placebo. The MRI scans they've done on people who've done this meditation, there's no difference in the brain. No difference whatsoever. When they've done MRI scans on these people when they're in meditation, they notice this kind of happiness bits in the brain and what have you, they're highlighted, and the depressed side of the brain kind of stops working, but there's no lasting effect. There's only following your breath meditation that actually grows. Right, okay, let me tell you something else about this meditation. Since I started meditating, I've got rid of my stress, my anger, my anxiety. No moods anymore, I don't, because I'm not worried. You know, if somebody says something to you maybe 2 days ago, one of your neighbours or something like that, and it really annoys you, and it stays with you, and it annoys you and annoys you. When you do this meditation, that just completely goes.
No, I got to tell you that right here.
Sorry?
We're going to tell you that right here and then go to the later.
No, but you see, the thing is, you won't. Because when you do this kind of meditation, you're on a higher level, and you see these people are doing these things and going off in anger and all this kind of, you see them as, they're not quite on your thinking level, you know, because you're calm and you're collected, you're not fazed by stuff. No, honest to God, I absolutely swear to God, I mean, it will. And it says here that it protects against cold and flu. Right, just bear with me a second. Cold and flu. I have not had the cold and flu since 2014. I've been meditating non-stop every day since 2014. I can go in a room where people are dying of the cold or the flu. I can sit and have a cup of tea with them. You know, they go out and go, oh, I don't get it. I don't catch this, you know. And it's like, what do you mean you don't catch it? I meditate. my immune system is absolutely fantastic. But let me tell you this, see, before I meditated, in 2013, if there was a guy 100 yards away with a cold, I'd get it. I wouldn't only get the cold, I would have it longer than him. And then when I shook the cold, it would come back again. And that's the way it was, you know. Alright, I've got to move on to this thing here. So that's what it can get rid of absolutely everything. It'll make your life fantastic. It makes you a better person. It protects you against all those things that you saw on the fire, I'm sure. Now this part, in this part of the brain, kind of here, there's a thing called, I'm not an artist, there's a thing called the hippocampus.